my lane fast, call it high speed. I've been working hard, yeah, I've been working nightly. If you think you'll win, ha, not fucking likely. I be taking shots, yeah, cold-blooded, icy. Watching numbers grow is what I call sightseeing. In the front row, run it up when they hype me. The following grows, they know how to ignite me. Call me CEO, I've been running shit right, see. And I ain't playing games, I create my own lane, making pleasure out of pain, turning losses into gains, I'm the boss, I'm making change. I've been rocking this exchange, popping off and risking things, gonna make a fucking name.
These are the well-known WLToys 128 scale cars, but now they make two new ones. These two. They look like a Porsche, they look the same, a white and a blue one. If you look underneath the box here, we can see that's the only difference between the boxes. And here you can see this one is a white drift car and the blue one is a rally car. So they look the same, but they do not handle the same. One is for racing, the other one is for drifting. So let's have a look at them. Comes in this very nice box. In the box you get the car here, you get a charger, a little tool, manual and a transmitter. The transmitter looks much like the transmitter you get on these two cars, but it's not the same, because here you can see now we have a gyro button and our throttle trim to setting our max speed, the steering thing. So this car has a new feature. That's the gyro. It does look pretty cool, this car. It almost looks like it says Porsche here. But I guess these are not licensed, but yeah, there's really no doubt with car this one should look like. They look epic. It's really nice looking car. It's also not this soft Lexan, which you use on the other car. This is more like a hard plastic body. The only difference between these two cars is of course the color, but the drift car has these hard tires. And as you can see here, it has locked differentials, where the blue car, the rally car, has soft rubber tires and it has differentials. If I turn one wheel, the other one can go the opposite direction. So this is for racing, this is for drifting. You might think, yeah, okay, can't I just buy the drift tires and put on the rally car so I can have one car used for both? But that doesn't really work that well. We have a video up here that shows why. Remove the body is a little tricky. So you can see here I have to remove the body clips first, but it's still stuck. You have like to pry a little here carefully and then it opens. So actually you can drive without having the clips in, because the body doesn't seem to fall off. But if you look inside, it looks just like all the other WLToys. Here we have the second newest model, and if we put it besides here, we can see it's more or less the same. The only main difference is, yeah, the bumpers of course, and we have now a cooler plate on the engine, and the ESC is different because, as mentioned before, in the new one we have a gyro. We don't have that in this one. Else they're more or less the same, but we noticed one thing. It might be a little hard to see on camera. And if we compare the rear end, you can see the previous models here has a little toe in, so the rear wheels are like this on the rear end, but the new one seems to have completely straight rear end. no toe in. And normally you'll always have toe in on the rear end of a car. So let's try this car and see how it handles. Maybe we can figure out why they have changed the toe in, because normally this adds stability to the car to have this slight toe in. But maybe there's something to do with the gyro. Let's test that. When the battery is flat, it starts flashing to tell you, please recharge. What is gyro? See, now gyro is turned on. So if I wriggle the car, you can see the steering tries to correct, to prevent an oversteer. Turn off the gyro, nothing happens when I wriggle the car. Turn on a little gyro, it's doing small corrections. If I give it a full gyro, it makes big corrections. But the more corrections you get, the more understeer you'll also get. So there, it doesn't turn anymore, but there's still nothing happens here. But turn to the other side, it's fully linear all the way. But it's like there, it stops. Nothing happens. If I take this one, the 284010, it does not have that strange behavior. I've tried to look. There's motion all the way. I tested the white Porsche and it has the same behavior. As far as I know, it's the same servo in both this one and the new ones. and the transmitter is more or less the same. So maybe it's the receiver. There's something wrong in that one. It's a bit annoying because it's a pretty nice car.